5. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Why is that? Time for a restart. Well, there's a ball. Good afternoon and welcome to the DeWitt Gymnasium on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. As we get set for Heart of America Athletic Conference volleyball action, men's volleyball play. This is the Wireless World pre-match show as the Dordt defenders going through their warm-up paces, getting set to take on one of the top teams in the nation, the Park Pirates. Park comes in 18-0 overall, 10-0 in the conference, beat Morningside last night 3-0. The Dordt defenders 16-5 overall, 6-3 in the conference. They were winners last night over the Ottawa Braves. A little bit closer look at these two teams. First of all, for Park, 13-9. The advantage in terms of kills, 369 kill efficiency. They limit opponents to 136. They have 108 ace serves. Opponents have 58. Points off of blocks, 2.7 to 1.7. Advantage, Park. For the Dordt defenders, they're averaging 12.7 kills per set. Allow 11.3. 268 kill efficiency, 192 for opponents. They have a 111-64 ace serves advantage this year. Didn't have an ace serve last night against Ottawa. The defenders at 2.6 blocks per set average, while opponents are getting 1.7. Park is led by Adrian Figueroa. Adrian Figueroa, a 6'9 sophomore, averaging 4.7 kills per set with a 390 kill efficiency. Mario Silva is at 3.48 kills per contest, 304 kill efficiency, and Leonardo Maldonado is averaging two kills per set with a 277 kill efficiency. The offense is run by Umberto Kaleka and Jovan Nikolic. Umberto Kaleka, unique talent, a 6'6 junior, averaging 5.3 assists per set. Nikolic is a 6-foot junior. He averages 9.3 assists per set, so they have tinkered with that lineup just a little bit, it appears, for Michael Telemontes and the Park Pirates. Park's defense, Moises Ortiz and Mihalo Ivanic, both average over 1 block per set. For the Dordt defenders, they will counter with Jovan Groningen, averaging right at 4 kills per contest. He's an outside hitter, averaging with a 289 kill efficiency, also the team leader in ace serves with 43. Cade Schmidt coming off a career high, 19 kills last night, 249 kill efficiency with 2.49 kills per set average, also has a 218 kill efficiency. The defenders have settled on Joseph Jang and Justin Hoffman setting. Jang is averaging 6.1 assists per set. Hoffman is averaging 3.6 assists per set. McCullough Unruh is the third setter for the defenders. Jovan Groningen and Cade Schmidt both averaging 1.5 digs per set. Colt Schmidt, a freshman, he's been an impact player for the defenders, averaging 3.9 digs per contest. Lance Vermeer and Corey Caparis both average over 1 block per set. Vermeer is at 1.2 and Caparis is at 1.3. Last night, Dordt was a 3-1 winner over the Ottawa Braves. 25-18, 22-25, 25-20, and 25-20. On the same night, it was a sweep win for the Park Pirates over the Morningside Mustangs. Those set scores 25-19, 25-13, and 25-16 behind Leonardo Maldonado's 10 kills. Let's take a 2-minute break and we'll be back with more, including the first serve from the DeWitt Gym right after this timeout.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by RA Rentals. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for the next project? Look no further than RA Rentals, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. RA Rentals, your regional equipment rental experts.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
We really want to give them practice skills that they can use to serve their clients or serve the organizations that they work for.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym. Let's take a look at what happened last night in Heart of America Athletic Conference volleyball action. It was Park defeating Morningside, as noted already, 3-0. Mount Mercy a winner over Missouri Baptist 3-0. Missouri Valley down to William Penn 3-0. Grandview a winner over Culver Stockton 3-1 that is. UHSP defeats Clark 3-0, and it was Dordt over Ottawa 3-1. Other matches going on today. William Penn is at Culver Stockton. UHSP is at Mount Mercy. Missouri Baptist is at Clark. Park visits Dordt. That's the match you're listening to and watching. Kansas Wesleyan is at Graceland. Ottawa visits Morningside. And Grandview is at Missouri Valley. The Dordt defenders will be back at home again this Tuesday night when they face the Morningside Mustangs in what is the most local contest and the most local matchup for the defenders in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. Next weekend, Dordt goes to William Penn. The following Tuesday, they're at Graceland. And then they return home for 2 consecutive weekends. Friday, March 20, facing Missouri Valley. Saturday, March 21, facing Culver Stockton. We'll be at home with Clark and Mount Mercy on Friday and Saturday, March 27 and 28, before concluding the regular season on April 3 and 4. Heart of America Athletic Conference tournament play. The quarterfinals begin on Saturday, April 11. Right now, Park is atop the league at 10-0. Missouri Valley is 6-1. Mount Mercy is 7-2. And then the logjam. Dordt, Ottawa, Grandview, all 6-3. William Penn stands 5-3 currently. Morningside 5-5. UHSP is 4-5. Missouri Baptist 3-6. Clark and Kansas Wesleyan 1-8. Graceland 1-7, and Culver Stockton is 0-7. You're watching the Dordt Media Network. Let's take a break, and we will be back with First Serve from the DeWitt Gym in 2 minutes. This is Dordt Volleyball on the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 2 minutes.
Thank you for being here as we celebrate the launch of Dordt University's Master of Science in Nursing Family Nurse Practitioner Program.
At Dordt University, our NPs will be prepared as Christian nurses, where their practice reflects their faith, acknowledging the value of anyone in their care as a child of God, worthy of dignity and compassion.
I hope you leave understanding that this is more than just a new graduate degree. It's a commitment to healthcare, to urban and rural communities, to preparing nurses who serve with skill, integrity, purpose as the hands and feet of Christ.
This is a Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa, life in the center of everything, where we see our work impact lives near and far and embrace opportunities to pursue our passions. And a day at the office isn't just 8 to 5, because we work for innovative companies and know we're never far from the next unforgettable memory. Because we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gymnasium. Heart of America Athletic Conference volleyball action coming your way. The Dordt Defenders on the right side of your screen in the yellow jerseys, black numbers. The libero is Colt Schmidt, black on black with white letters. For the Park Pirates, similar color scheme to what we saw last night from Ottawa. I thought they had a more prominent maroon color in their color palette, but black on black, the shorts and tops, yellow numbers and lettering trimmed in white. Their libero sporting what I would call the typical Park colors, with the crimson numbers and letters trimmed in gold, and a white predominantly, while a black fading to white uniform on the left-hand side. He is the libero. And we are just about set for volleyball. Glad to have you along with me this afternoon, following up that match last night. Win over Ottawa with a early afternoon contest here between the Dordt Defenders and the Park Pirates. First serve is long and out of bounds by Maldonado, and the Dordt Defenders take an early 1-0 lead on the service error. So we're just underway. Glad to have you along with me. And serving is Joel Van Groningen. Van Groningen serve controlled. Here comes Park off of the block. Unable to put it away was Silva. Set left side through the block, and the kill for Figueroa. Adrian Figueroa ties it at 1-1. Jovan Nikolic with the assist. 1-1 our score. Serving is Mihailo Ivanovic, controlled by Van Groningen to Jang. Pushed over the net by Schmidt, but we have a ball never breaking the plane, and they whistle Silva for that violation, and the Dordt Defenders have a 2-1 lead. 2-1 our score. Serving is Dordt's Bradley Neff. Neff, a sophomore, serve, and that'll go as an ace. Bradley Neff with an ace serve, and the Dordt Defender lead is 3-1. Silva, 6'6" freshman, unable to handle that one cleanly. And the serve again by Neff. Controlled, this time Park. They push it back over to Silva. Picked up by Neff. Up and over, though, on the continue. Set comes left side, cutting it around the block. That was Figueroa. Dordt attacking, just at the net. One out that time by Park. Dordt pushes it back, continue. Set goes to the middle and hitting it long and out of bounds. That is Ortiz. Ortiz misses long, and the Dordt Defenders lead it 4-1. 4-1 Defenders leading. Serving Neff to the sideline, and Neff's serve is wide and out of bounds. It's 4-2. So a service error by the Defenders. Figueroa serving. And Figueroa has service. Dordt, Van Groningen, Schmidt, and Schmidt on serve receive. Serve taken by Cade Schmidt, doesn't get it clean. Colt Schmidt sends it back up to the net. Cade Schmidt sends it over and out of bounds. Point Park. And Park back to within a point at 4-3. 4-3 the score. Defenders leading by a point. Serving Figueroa. Figueroa serves into the net. Point defenders. Dordt leads 5-3 on the service error. That's the second service error by Park so far today. Checking in to serve for the defenders will be Justin Hoffman. He's a 6'2 junior. Ripon, California. And the serve taken by Park. Park attacking and straight down on the attack for Ortiz. Ortiz with the kill. This is a jumbo-sized lineup for the Park Pirates. Ortiz goes 7-2. Several other athletes in the rotation, 6'6 or taller. And the serve taken by Van Groningen, gets it to Hoffman, back set Schmidt. Schmidt tools it off the block for the kill. Dordt leads 6-4. 6-4, Maldonado that time unable to get the block put up. Teaming with Nikolic that time. And the serve to the sideline, controlled by Park. Park from behind the spike line and tooling it off the block is Figueroa. Figueroa goes 6'9". He's a sophomore. He's the leading attacker for Park, and it's 6-5. Figueroa with his second kill. And this will be Stoyek. Stoyek with service, and Stoyek serve taken by Cade Schmidt, gets it to Hoffman. Hoffman pushes it over to Van Groningen. Dug back by Silva. But a player in the net for Park on the attack. So the defenders with a 7-5 lead. Block error on Ivanovic. Dordt leads 7-5. Set goes to the middle, pushed, controlled by the defenders. Cade outside Van Groningen. Van Groningen off of the blocker, dug by Park. Park tipped, controlled by Hoffman. Schmidt sends it over to Van Groningen. Van Groningen dug by Stoyek. Set outside, and the kill for Maldonado. And another kill for the Park Pirates. Dordt leads 7-6. Serving is Nikolic. So Nikolic serving. The defenders leading 7-6. Serve taken by Schmidt, too close to the net, and put away on the overpass by Maldonado. Well, this is not a day where you can't serve a pass at your best, especially if you send it too close to the net. It's going to be coming back at you. Nikolic with service, controlled. Hoffman. And pushed over by Van Groningen on the miscommunication. Attacking, and from the outside for the kill is Maldonado. Maldonado gives Park an 8-7 lead. 3-point run right now for the Pirates. And serving is Nikolic. Outside it goes Van Groningen. Van Groningen with the swing. Van Groningen with the kill, and we're tied 8-8. Well, thus far for the defenders, it hasn't been the attacking that has been an issue. They're hitting for a .429 kill efficiency. They've had a couple of passes that haven't been quite on the money and too close to the net and taking advantage. Park so far. Joseph Jang serving. Jang floats it to the back line. Taken by Stoyek. Over the top of the block for the kill is Ivanovic, and Ivanovic gives Park a 9-8 advantage. Well, this is a critical weekend for the defenders, one of those crossover weekends where this is the only time you face Ottawa and Park this year. Set right side, Van Groningen. Van Groningen tools it off of the block, ties at 9-9. Some teams you play twice. Those teams you only play one time, though, in this league. A 14-team league, and so And serve is just long by Van Groningen. So Park gets the point on the service error. And Ivanovic serving. Ivanovic serve short, taken by Van Groningen, gets it over to Jang. Outside it comes. And Cade Schmidt blocked on the play by Figueroa and Ortiz. And Park now has a 2-point lead at 11-9. Just have a feeling Park does this to a lot of teams. Just slowly on, they'll build strings of points. Taken by Van Groningen, back over to Jang. Vermeer able to swipe it off, that is Cade Schmidt swiping it off of the block for the kill, and the defenders trail 11-10. Defenders trying to add something to their repertoire for today, specifically this block that Park puts up. Floater, back line, taken by Silva. Figueroa off of the block and the kill. What they have added, talking with Coach Chad Hansen before I left the office late last night, said, it's one of those where the setters are going to have to shoot it just a little bit. They're going to have to shoot it lower at the net. Attackers are going to have to maybe swipe it off of blocks rather than trying to overpower the block. Kai Chapman sneaks it inside the block, cuts it, whipped to the floor, and keeps it in play on the changeup, and the defenders trail 12-11. 12-11 our score. Defenders trailing by a point. Defenders hanging in there right now. Kai Chapman with his first kill. Hoffman serve, long and out of bounds, point Park, and it's 13-11. Well, this is a day where I know it drives some of the purists crazy, and those really accustomed to watching women's volleyball. Service errors. But if you do not serve aggressively today, it's going to be game over. And an ace serve for Park and Mario Silva. Silva with the kill. It's 14-11, and that's an ace serve. For Park now, their first ace serve of the day against 2 errors. Dordt 1 and 3. And Silva has service. Silva serve, taken by Van Groningen. Clean pass, Hoffman. Outside it goes. Elliott blocked at the net. Van Groningen laying out for it. 4 contacts on the defenders, and the Park Pirates lead 15-11. 15-11 our score. So 15-11, defenders trailing by 4. And the Dordt defenders, we have a momentary pause in the action. Need to take care of portion of the floor. Looks like there might be some blood on the floor over on that end, so they'll get that taken care of. 15-11, defenders trailing by 4, set number 1 thus far. Park hitting for a 500 kill efficiency. Dordt at 333. Park has a couple of points off of blocks. The defenders have none. 7 kills for the defenders so far. Park has 8. And the Park Pirates right now sitting on a 4-point lead at 15-11. 3 service errors by the defenders, 2 by the Park Pirates. So 15-11 our score. And now I believe we're going to have a timeout. Timeout on the floor. The Dordt defenders call their first timeout. This timeout brought to you by Vision Companies. Envision the possibilities, create your space. VisionBuilders.com. Back with more in a minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Eric Rankin, a proud sponsor of Dordt University Defender Athletics. For all your investment needs, call 712-722-0618 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, SPIC. Members Cut, more than meat, where strong values, great food, and hometown spirit comes together. Stop in and taste the difference community makes. Located just south of Scooters on Highway 75.
This is a Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by RA Rentals. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for the next project? Look no further than RA Rentals, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. RA Rentals, your regional equipment rental experts. Discover more than just inventory, service, and financing for Ford models. Mao Motor Company is committed to exceptional customer service. Mao Motor on Highway 75 North in Sioux Center. Online, maomotor.com. Today's broadcast brought to you by Hague Health Center, proudly serving your local community for nearly 60 years with a commitment to healing body, mind, and spirit.
15-11, the Dordt defenders will now send Michael Gross into the match. So Gross checks into the match. And serving for Park will be Silva. Silva, a 6'6" freshman from Brazil. And Silva's serve is long and out of bounds. Point defenders. Dordt trails 15-12. 15-12. Serving will be Cade Schmidt. And Cade Schmidt serve, topspin serve, controlled by Stoyek. Outside it goes, and attacking for the kill is Figueroa. And Figueroa pushes the lead back up to 16-12. 16-12, Park in front by 4. Stoyek has service. And Stoyek serve taken by Schmidt. Comes back over to Elliott. Elliott blocked on the play by Maldonado. And Park pulling away for a 17-12 advantage. 17-12 the score. Stoyek serving. And Stoyek set for serve, receive. Schmidt, and Gross. And that serve is long and out of bounds. Point defenders. Dordt trails 17-13 for the defenders. 4 of their points have come off of service errors. Another 7 by kill. So right there you've got 11 of their 13. Serve cross court. That's Colt Schmidt attacking. And hitting into the net is Maldonado over the attack error. Defenders trail 17-14. 17-14. Colt Schmidt serving again. Freshman libero for the defenders. And Colt Schmidt serve controlled. Right side Figueroa. Figueroa off of the block. Saved by the defenders. Pushed over by Colt Schmidt. Short. Saved by Figueroa. Set goes outside and hitting it to the back line for the kill is Maldonado. Maldonado with an 18-14 advantage for the Park Pirates. Dordt's used 1 timeout already. Didn't have to use many last night in that 3-1 win. Used both of them in set 2, and I think one other time used a timeout. Otherwise, they were able to get the play in system and didn't have to neutralize momentum a lot. Tooling it off of the block for the kill is Nicodemus Elliott, and the defenders trail 18-15. So the defenders still within striking distance. Just can't allow Park to get that 4, 5, and 6 point advantage and then just sit on it the rest of the way. Joseph Jang serving, and Jang serve a floater taken by Silva. Silva attacking and misses long and out of bounds. It's now 18-16. 18-16 defenders down 2. Still serving Joseph Jang. So Jang has service. And Jang serve controlled. Dordt puts a block up. Vermeer covers it now. On the attack, Dordt, Cade Schmidt. Schmidt tries to hit it low, and it catches the tape and falls back on Dordt's side. Point Park, and Park leads now 19-16. 19-16, Park in front, serving Maldonado. Maldonado, jump serve taken by Colt Schmidt, gets it to Jang. Jang, Vermeer, quick attack, nothing there. Silva blocked at the net. Park reloads. Silva cross court kill. 20-16. And the Dordt defenders are going to utilize their second timeout. This timeout brought to you by Vision Companies. Envision the possibilities. Create your space. VisionBuilders.com. Back with more in a minute.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by RA Rentals. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for the next project? Look no further than RA Rentals, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. RA Rentals, your regional equipment rental experts. Discover more than just inventory, service, and financing for Ford models. Mao Motor Company is committed to exceptional customer service. Mao Motor on Highway 75 North in Sioux Center. Online, maomotor.com. Today's broadcast brought to you by Hague Health Center, proudly serving your local community for nearly 60 years with a commitment to healing body, mind, and spirit.
Serving again for the Park Pirates, this will be Leonardo Maldonado with his team up 20-16. Serve taken by Schmidt, over to Jang. Jang, Chapman. Chapman blocked at the net. Dordt reloads. Send it over to Gross. Gross taps it over, controlled. Here comes Park attacking. Back over to Vermeer. Vermeer, sideline kill. Defenders trail 20-17. So 20-17 our score, the Defenders. And serving Michael Gross. The Defenders trying to fight back from what was a 4-point deficit. Park able to handle it. Dordt reloads now, pushed over by Schmidt, saved by Chapman. Here comes Park outside and cross court, picked up by Jang, pushed over the net by Schmidt. Nikolic sets it. Silva with the kill. Silva makes it 21-17. 21-17. Defenders down 4. And the serve short, taken by Gross, gets it over to Jang. Power tip by Schmidt. Cade Schmidt with the kill. It's 21-18. Defenders hanging in there. I just don't know that they've got enough runway, if you will. Trailing by 3, running out of time. Trailing by 3 with 4 points to go for the Park Pirates. NAI National Championship track and field. Dordt has an All-American in the shot put, Fran Travis. The Dordt defenders put a block up, but banging it off the block for the kill that time was the left-handed attacker, Figueroa. Figueroa makes it 22-18. So congratulations to Fran Travis, All-American in the shot put. The attack by Chapman. Chapman blocked. Dordt rallies. Cade Schmidt keeps it alive, sent over by Michael Gross, taken by Figueroa. Set outside Silva. Silva with the kill. Silva with the kill makes it 23-18. Silva has been a handful already. Last night he only had 3 kills. Here's the serve taken by Cade Schmidt. Set goes to the middle. Caparis blocked at the net. Silva averaging 3.4 kills per set. And it looks like Park maybe was selective in who they played and how much last night. Serve controlled by the defenders, and Gross gets it over to Jang. Pushed over the net by Cade Schmidt. Here comes Silva. Silva off the block, saved by Colt. Gets it. Now Kai Chapman. Kai Chapman with a kill, and the defenders trail 23-19. 23-19. And the jump serve by Hoffman, controlled. Outside it goes, pushed down by Silva. Dordt trailing 24-19. Gross's attack, dug, and now from the outside is Figueroa with the kill. And Park has taken set one by 25-19 final. 25-19 the final, set number one. We'll be back with set number two from the DeWitt Gym right after this.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a team member or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. There's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has for each game, and that's a game plan. And no matter the outcome of the game, there's tremendous value in growth in working together as a team to execute that game plan. What about you? Do you have a game plan for your financial life? Or are you so busy with everything else that life throws your way? If you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours and hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, the planning firm here in Sioux Center has been helping households build and execute their financial game plans on all the things more important than money. I'm Tom DeYoung, president of the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule a complimentary Discover meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your financial game plan on all the things in your life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com, on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. And the Dordt Defenders lose set one by a final of 25-19. We head to set number two shortly. Recapping the numbers. The Defenders 11 kills, Park 15. Park a 387 kill efficiency, Dordt 172. The Defenders were led by Joel Van Groningen's 3 kills. Kate Schmidt also had 3. 6 for Figueroa. And the Figueroa leading the way for Park. Silva also a 3, as we have the Hague Health Center highlights playing. And a reminder that Hague Health Center probably serves your local community for nearly 60 years with a commitment to healing body, mind, and spirit. The Defenders with 3 service errors, Park with 4. Both teams have 1 service ace each. We've had some All-American performances at the NAI National Track and Field Meet. Going through those results as we chug along as well. And Shelby Bawalda 6th place in the 600 meters. And the serve by Jang, controlled. Here comes Park, and Silva off the block for the kill. And Park grabs a 1-0 lead. 1-0 our score. And Gross takes it. Set comes right side. And the Defenders have been playing without Joel Van Groningen. And I'm looking for Joel on the sideline as well. I do not see him in the bench area either. And looks like he's being tended to by the trainer. Ice on the back of the neck, and looks like he is also dealing with bloody nose potentially. I did not see when that occurred. So the defenders trailing 3-1. So the defenders will have to go without their leading attacker as well, it appears, for at least a while, and I would not be surprised if for the rest of the match. The attack goes into the net, and Figueroa with the attack error, and the defenders trail 3-2. 3-2 our score. Short serve controlled. Here's Silva. Silva gets the return set. Silva off the block, saved. Controlled, pushed over by Cade Schmidt, and Cade Schmidt trying to tool it off of the block, and it was right near the sideline, and the defenders too close to let it drop and go after it. And the Dordt defenders trailing 4-2. Well, a challenging task gets all that much more challenging if Joel Van Groningen is unable to play for any amount of time. Silva, serve taken, middle back, grabbed by Gross, controlled by Jang, gets it back over to Chapman, taps it over, saved by the Pirates, and into the net is Maldonado, and the defenders have rallied to within 4-3. 4-3 our score. So 4-3, defenders trailing, set number 2. Serve is short, controlled. Here comes Park. And a kill put down by Maldonado. And the Pirates lead 5-3. And whenever Dordt seems to get just a little bit of momentum going, Park is able to get it in system and get a demoralizing kill. Jump serve on the way, controlled. Schmidt gets it over to Gross. Gross unable to do anything with it. Set goes to the middle, and out of the middle for the kill is Ivanovic. And Park now leads 6-3. The score. So 6-3. Serve controlled by Colt Schmidt, gets it to Hoffman. Hoffman to Cade Schmidt, and Cade Schmidt blocked on the play, but able to get it down. It's 6-4. So 6-4. Cade Schmidt serve, and it's sent back to the defenders on the overpass. Caparas tries for the sideline, misses it wide and out of bounds. It's 7-4. Well, I don't think we are going to see we're going to see Joel Van Groningen for the rest of the day. As he's still got that, they're still trying to get that nose bleeding to stop, and goes down the sideline, and with the kill is Maldonado. Maldonado makes it 8-4. So Maldonado 8-4 on the kill. And the Pirates serve taken by Cade Schmidt. Right side, Elliott. Elliott off of the block. Taken by Silva. Redirected, and the defenders scrambling. Pushed over the net by Colt Schmidt. Tipped over the block. Pancake saved by Hoffman. No. Getting the kill that time was Ivanovic. Ivanovic makes it 9-4, and the defenders are going to use a timeout. Timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center. German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery.
The Greenhouse, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
Nine to 4, Defenders trailing Park in set number 2. The Defenders trailing in the match 1-0, 25-19, the score in set number 1. Pushed over the block, Gross. Here comes Park. Park attacking, and Park with the kill. That is Figueroa. Figueroa makes it 10-4 with that kill. So 10-4 the score. And serve controlled by Cade Schmidt. Hoffman to Elliott. Elliott taps around the block. And a point for Park as Dordt misses on the attack attempt. 7 out of 8 points scored by Park to take a 10-5 advantage. Serve to the sideline, controlled. Here comes Park. Park around the block, saved by Hoffman. Gets it over to Colt Schmidt. Right side, Elliott. Elliott with the swing, and they're going to call Nicodemus Elliott for being under the net. Point, Park, and the Pirates take a 12-5 lead on the attack error. Top spin serve controlled by the defenders, and Cade Schmidt comes back to Vermeer. Vermeer unable to put it away. Now an overpass, and Elliott with the kill on the open net, and that stops the run of 6 points in a row, and the defenders trail 12-5. 11-6. 11-6 our score. Somewhere along the line with my running tally, I got off, so 11-6 our score. Serving Joseph Jang. Jang down the sideline, and an ace serve for Joseph Jang. 11-7, Defenders down. That's Dordt's second ace of the day. So the Defenders trying to creep back into this one, trailing 11-7. Off the top of the block, taken by Schmidt. Outside it goes Gross. Gross swipes it around the block. Saved by Figueroa. Passed over the net by Silva. Colt Schmidt to Jang. Jang to Vermeer. Vermeer blocked on the play. And getting the block that time was Ivanovic. And Ivanovic is now serving. Ivanovic, short serve taken by Gross. Back to Vermeer. Vermeer blocked on the play. And getting the block that time out of the middle was Moises Ortiz. Ortiz goes 7-2, so that's a challenging assignment. And serve taken by Cade Schmidt over to Jang. Jang back to Schmidt, and Cade Schmidt with the kill. Cade Schmidt with the kill. Dordt trails 14-7. I believe it should be 13-8. Oh, they called a back row attack. They said Schmidt was on the spike line. So that'll turn into an error, and that'll swing it to a 14-7 advantage. And here comes Dordt. Chapman blocked at the net, 15-7. And with Jolvin Groningen not at Dordt's disposal to put back into the match with that bloody nose. And in fact, it appears he has left the bench area. And now the serve down the sideline, taken by Gross. Gets it back to Vermeer. Vermeer misses it wide and out of bounds at 16-7. This a challenging assignment became that much more challenging, and the defenders right now trailing 16-7 here in set number 2. Dordt calls a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. Today's broadcast brought to you by Skibout Window & Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Skibout Window & Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Skibout and see the difference.
At American Investment and Trust, we know financial planning is a never-ending journey, and we have the right team to take you every step of the way. We understand that a solid financial framework can only be built when risks are considered. Planning for tomorrow means starting today, and once you've built a legacy, we help make sure your vision carries on to the next generation. For a comprehensive financial plan, the team at American Investment and Trust is here for you. American Investment and Trust, managing change.
16-7. Defenders trailing by 9 here in set number 2. And Jang sends it to Schmidt. Schmidt blocked at the net. Attacking again the defenders, and this time Kai Chapman with the kill, and the defenders trail 16-8. So the defenders trying to scratch their way back into this one. And the defenders, Michael Gross serving. Gross serve controlled. Set goes outside, and a power tip and a kill for Maldonado. Maldonado makes it 17-8 for the defenders here in set number 2. They've been limited to 4 kills and 8 errors. Park, by comparison, 7 kills, 2 errors. And the serve taken by Gross, gets it to Jang. Chapman unable to do anything with it. Dordt on the attack. Chapman from behind the spike line with the left hand, unable to finish it. Now coming back the other way. Dig by Gross, saved by Jang, pushed over the net by Schmidt. Now pushed right back by the Park Pirates. And the Park Pirates will now get set to receive serve. Dordt trailing 17-9. So Bradley Neff serving. 17-9. Neff serve controlled by Silva. They send it back over to Silva. Silva blocked at the net. Point defenders, so Dordt gets a block put up on Silva. And the serve is short controlled. Outside, Silva. Silva blocked at the net. Point defenders. Dordt trails 17-11. And serve short controlled. Here comes Park. Park attacking, and the defenders put a block up. That time on the attack by Figueroa, and the Dordt defenders now with 3 straight points off of blocks. And at 17-12, defenders trailing. Serve taken by Silva. Through the block. And the kill for Figueroa. Figueroa makes it 18-12. So 18-12. And served by Silva. Silva long and out of bounds. Mario Silva misses long on the serve. And the defenders back to within 5 at 18-13. 18-13 defenders. Down by 5, set number 2, lost set number 1. Serve short, controlled, goes outside, and blocked on the play was Figueroa, and the Dordt defenders trail 18-14. So the defenders showing some heart here. The deck definitely stacked against them. And the serve by Hoffman. Hoffman serve long and, into the net. And the defenders trail 19-14. Just don't know that they have enough right now. Playing shorthanded without Jovan Groningen. If you're just joining us, he left with a bloody nose. Cade Schmidt over to Hoffman. Hoffman to Caparis. Caparis tries to swipe it off of the block. Controlled. Dug up by the defenders to the back line. Joust at the net. Pushed over by Park. Dordt attacking, and the Colt Schmidt set over to Cade Schmidt. Ends up hitting the antenna. And the defenders trail 20-14. 20-14, serving is the libero Stoyek. And an overpass, and the defenders unable to get there in time. Ivanovic with the kill. So Ivanovic with the kill. It's 21-14. And Park beginning to pull away now. And the serve controlled by Cade Schmidt. Right side Schmidt. And putting the block up was Maldonado. Maldonado cuts it to 22-14. 22-14. And jump serve on the way. Controlled by Colt Schmidt. Outside Elliott. Elliott with the swing. Elliott with the kill. Dordt trails 22-15. 22-15. 7-point advantage for the Pirates. And Cade Schmidt serve. Controlled. Dordt puts a block up. And the Dordt defenders cut the lead down to 22-16, recording the point on the block. And the defenders trailing 22-16. Serving Cade Schmidt. Schmidt serve into the net. It's 23-16. So 23-16 defenders trailing. Set number 2. Defenders trailing in this match 1-0. Serve is wide and out of bounds. It's 23-17. So a pair of service errors, one by each team recently. And the defenders trail by 6. Set number 2. And the serve is controlled by Park. Park attacking outside off high hands. Controlled by Gross. Tapped over by Vermeer. Saved. Set goes to the middle, and out of the middle for the kill is Ivanovic. Ivanovic gets Park to set point at 24-17. 24-17 defenders. Trailing by 7. And it looks like Park poised to take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 match. And an ace serve for the Park Pirates in Maldonado. 25-17 the final. Park now with a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 match. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 2 minutes.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa, life in the center of everything, where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors, knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
Well, things not going the Dordt defenders' way right now, trailing Park 2-0, and the defenders playing a little short-handed. And I went back to find that play where Joel Van Groningen left, and Joel was having a nice match up to that point. The defenders were down 15-11 in set number 1. He dove for a ball over in the far corner of the court and looked like a fairly innocuous play, but must have bloodied up his nose. I'm guessing it was his nose. I think that's where the ice was on the sideline, and just couldn't get that to stop, and certainly did not look like something I had thought there might be a big play if I went back and looked at it and really be able to notice something significant, and I wasn't able to. So that was with the score 15-11 in set number 1, and the defenders have fought, but just haven't been able to get any momentum since that point. And you just saw the Hague Health Center highlights. Hague Health Center probably serving your local community for nearly 60 years with a commitment to healing body, mind, and spirit. Dordt hitting 0-34 for the match. 17 kills, 15 errors. Park, 25 kills, 10 errors, 268 kill efficiency. Both teams have 2 aces. Park has 7 service errors. Dordt has 6 service errors. The defenders with 4 points from blocks. Park Pirates, 9 points from blocks. We get set for set number 3. With the Dordt defenders trailing Park 2-0, and we are underway with volleyball. Taken by Colt Schmidt. Right side, Elliott. Elliott blocked on the play. Park with a 1-0 lead. 1-0 our score. More track and field. Isaac Davilar, All-American status in the 600 meters. We'll watch with interest. The defenders still with some possibilities at some points. Got a couple of relay teams yet to run. Pushed by Caparas, controlled. Defenders attacking Schmidt. Schmidt hits it long and out of bounds. And the Pirates have a 2-0 lead. 2-0 our score. Our score. And the top spin serve. Colt Schmidt gets to it. Michael Gross around the block. Here comes Park. Park attacking down the line. Saved by Colt Schmidt. Hoffman, and Hoffman unable to get it. Much air under that one, and Park has taken a 3-0 lead. 3-0 our score. So the defenders trying to fight and scrap. Definitely don't have the momentum on their side. And that'll go as an ace serve for the Pirates in Maldonado, and Park leads 4-0. 4-0 our score. So 4-0. Park on a little bit of a run here. Taken by Gross. Gets it to Hoffman. Back to Caparis. Blocked at the net. Hoffman back outside Gross. Gross blocked on the play. Point Park. Park leads 5-0. 5-0 our score. Well, the Park Pirates undefeated overall and in the league, and showing why this afternoon. And the Dordt defenders forced to use a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Vision Builders and Vision Companies. Envision the possibilities. Create your space. VisionBuilders.com. Back with more in a minute.
We really want to give them practice skills that they can use to serve their clients or serve the organizations that they work for.
Serve controlled by the defenders. Cade Schmidt, right side. It goes to Elliott. Elliott with the kill. Nicodemus Elliott puts Dordt on the board, trailing 5-1. 5-1 our score. Serving will be Cade Schmidt. Colt Schmidt, beg your pardon. Colt Schmidt serving. And Schmidt's serve is down the line, controlled by Park, and Park with a kill from the left side for Silva. It's 6-1. And the serving will be Ivanovic. Ivanovic taken by Schmidt. Cade back over to Vermeer. Vermeer taps it off a blocker for the kill. It's 6-2. 6-2. The Dordt defenders have Joseph Jang serving. Jang serve taken by Silva to Figueroa. Figueroa with the kill from the right side, so the left-hander puts it away. It's 7-2. So 7-2, serving will be Figueroa. Figueroa. The defenders back at home on Tuesday. Face Morningside. Hopefully have their full complement of athletes. Hopefully Jovan Groningen, that bloody nose, nothing more than, I'm assuming a bloody nose, nothing more than just can't get it stopped. Hopefully not broken or anything like that, but he is not on the bench in the bench area any longer. Well, now he has returned. Controlled. Here comes Park. Park attacking Silva. Dordt unable to keep it in play, though. And Silva tools it off the block for the kill. It's 8-3. Well, good to see Joel back on the sideline and in the bench area. Well, he and Macy Sievers plug in the nose. And now we've got a player we've got a player that will need to be attended to. Looks like an injury timeout. And that is Figueroa. Now the question is, and Joel, looks like he's trying to get loose and see if he can play. I think the question will be, will the nosebleed come back? He's conversing with the trainer right now. And serve taken by the defenders, and an overpass, and going up to push it down was Moises Ortiz. Ortiz sells 7-2 of him. Up at the net. And it's 9-3. Nine to 3. 9-3 our score. And the Pirates with the 6-point advantage. Silva's serve catches the tape. And there to stuff it down is Ortiz. It's 10-3, and this one getting away from the defenders right now. Well, I'm certainly glad to see Joel Van Groningen back on the sideline. Doubtful that we'll see him return at this point, but you never know. The horse might be out of the barn on this one. Back over to Chapman. Chapman around the block, taken by Silva, right side, and Figueroa. Figueroa with the kill. It's 11-3. I want to keep fighting just as much as anybody. Well, Van Groningen strips off his warm-up top. He might give it a go. All right, 11-3 our score. Defenders down 8. Serve taken by Colt Schmidt. Van Groningen, Jang tries to keep it in play. It's now 12-3. Van Groningen and Hansen conversing on the sideline, and looks like Joel making his case to play. And serving is Silva. Silva's serve is long and out of bounds. Dordt trails 12-4. 12-4 the score. Defenders trailing. Corey Caparas checks back into the match for the defenders. Defenders 6-3 heading into play today. During our post-game show, the Wireless World post-match show, we'll see what other scores are happening. Pushed over the block, saved. Jang outside Schmidt. Schmidt tools it off of the block for the kill. And the Dordt defenders trail 12-5. 12-5 our score. So 12-5, Neff serving down the sideline, controlled by Silva. Comes back Figueroa. Figueroa cross court with the kill. 13-5, defenders down 8, and Joel Van Groningen comes back in. Van Groningen is in, checking out Michael Gross. Well, I'm glad to see Joel back on the floor. If nothing else, you get him for the last half of set number 3 at minimum. And as I said earlier, that play where he got the bloody nose, we've seen much more impactful collisions. Cade Schmidt tries to push it down on the attack, and coming back with a kill for Park is Leo Maldonado. Maldonado with the kill. It's 14-5. So 14-5, defenders trailing. Park in control. Dordt trying to neutralize momentum. And the serve is long and out of bounds. It's 14-6. Checking in will be Nicodemus Elliott. Also checking in is Hoffman. 14-6. Hoffman serving. And Hoffman serve controlled. Park attacking, pushed over the net, saved by Colt Schmidt. Elliott back to Cade Schmidt. Cade tips to the back line, but long and out of bounds. It's 15-6. 15-6. Defenders trailing. And it certainly looks like Park is on their way to their 19th win of the year. That one catches the tape, rolls over. Cade Schmidt gets it back over to Elliott. Elliott roll shot, saved by Nikolic. Comes back Silva. Silva with the kill. Silva has been the weapon of choice for Park today. He and Figueroa, 7 and 12 kills respectively, and the Dordt defenders trail 16-6 after that kill, and Dordt calls a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Vision Companies. Envision the possibilities. Create your space. VisionBuilders.com. Back with more in a minute.
One of the benefits that our students are going to have throughout the process is the different backgrounds that people are walking into this program with, and then being able to have conversations with people who aren't in the exact same field as them as they go through.
As a student, you're able to tailor your assignments to really connect with what you are learning in the classroom, and then also with what you're doing in your regular everyday life.
$16-6 our score. And serve short, taken by Van Groningen, gets it, comes back over to Elliott. Elliott with a power tip and the kill. 16-7 defenders trailing. And served by Cade Schmidt, controlled. Nikolic comes back, attacking right side. Maldonado with the kill. 17-7. And serve into the net. Leo Maldonado, and it's 17-8. And the short serve controlled. Outside Silva. Silva with the swing, dug by Van Groningen. Hoffman back to Van Groningen. Van Groningen blocked at the net, sent over by Elliott. Dordt scrambling. Park on the attack, and the high contact and the kill for Ivanovic. It's 18-8. 18-8. And the serve controlled. Van Groningen, Hoffman back to Van Groningen. Van Groningen taps it around the block. Dordt puts a block up on the attack. Here comes Figueroa. Figueroa blocked at the net. Point defenders, Vermeer and Van Groningen. It's 18-9. 18-9, defenders down 9. And checking into the match will be Kai Chapman. Joseph Jang also checking in. And serving will be Jang. And the short serve controlled. Figueroa rises up over the top of the block for the kill. It's 19-9. So 19-9. So 19-9 our score. Serving. This is Gross. And this is Piedmont. Gross out of the game right now. He was playing for Van Groningen. Dordt trailing 19-10. 19-10 our score. Van Groningen serving. And Joel's serve is long and out of bounds. It's 20-10. And certainly appears that Park in position to improve to 11-0 in the conference. 19 match schedule. Top 8 teams make the conference tournament. Colt Schmidt pushes it over to Chapman. Chapman around the block. Outside it comes, and down the line and missing a wide and out of bounds is Maldonado. The defenders trailing 20-11. 20-11 our score. Short serve controlled. Here comes Park, right side. And that is Ortiz. Ortiz with the kill. It's 21-11. Ortiz now has 4 kills. And service on the way, and that serve into the net by Stoyek. 21-12, defenders down 9. Hoffman has service. So Hoffman with serve. And the defenders down by 9. Serve short, controlled. Here comes Park, and Park from the outside with the kill. That is Maldonado. Maldonado makes it 22-12. And serving will be Kaleka. And Kaleka with service. Controlled by Colt Schmidt. Gets it to Hoffman. Hoffman, Caparas. Caparas blocked at the net. Set goes outside, through the block. That is Maldonado. Dordt attacking. Cade Schmidt taps it off of the block for the kill. 22-13, defenders down 9. The defenders, 6 kills here in set number 3. Had 6 in set number 2 as well. Park 15, 10, and 15, their kills. Set right side, down the line for the kill. That's Maldonado. Maldonado makes it 23-13. And Park now leading by 10 in set number 3. Dordt's back at home on Tuesday before going back on the road next weekend for a Friday match. Hoffman, right side it goes. Elliott. Elliott unable to put it away. Kaleka. Kaleka with the set to Ivanovic. Ivanovic with the kill. And it's 24-13. 24-13 our score. So the defenders definitely on their heels today. Park showing why they're one of the top 5 teams in the nation. And it did not help the Dordt cause, having their leading attacker miss a significant portion of set 1, all of set 2, and the start of set 3. Kaleka, back set right side, and missing wide on the attack was Tolene. And the Dordt defenders trail 24-15. 24-15. And the serve short, controlled. Outside and into the net. That is an attack error. So Gomes with the attack error. And the serve is long and out of bounds by Colt Schmidt. And the defenders fall in 3 today, 25-19, 25-17, and 25-16. The defenders go to 16-6 overall, 6-4 in the conference. Park improves to 19-0 overall and 11-0 in the conference. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with the Wireless World post-match show right after this.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
How can I join Defender Forever? It's easy. Go to dordt.edu/forever and sign up. You'll not only stay connected with the Dordt community, but also support the future of Defender Nation. Start Forever now. Once you sign up, you will receive exclusive perks, brand new gear, event access, and the latest Dordt news. Be part of something special. Be part of Defender Forever.
At Dordt, every sporting event is a chance for students to learn and for our community to come together. Through the Dordt Media Network, students gain real experience, capturing moments and sharing them with fans everywhere.
Our students handle every part of the broadcast.
We are asking for your investment to support the broadcast and the team behind it.
You're helping students learn while Defender broadcasts run with excellence. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders. Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. As we get into the Wireless World post-match show, the Dordt Defenders on the short end of a 3-0 decision with the Park Pirates this afternoon, 25-19, 25-17, and 25-16, the final. And we will get to the numbers in just a little bit. Also, we'll get to those Hague Health Center highlights in a moment. First, we're going to visit with Michael Gross. Michael is a junior from Arizona. I got that right. Junior, correct, Michael?
Senior. This is my last season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Tough one today.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
Very good, yeah.
How do you prepare for them? What you had, I know, a meeting after the match last night after you beat Ottawa. I'd imagine the week is spent preparation for both teams, and then you've got to shift gears quickly. What did you want to what was the game plan going in against Park today?
Well, we know they've got some big guys, a lot of height. So
yeah, they do.
One of the things we were trying to mix in was some shorter approach and some quicker attacks, shoving balls as opposed to just swinging as hard as we can, trying to make it uncomfortable for them.
Successful at times. Was that the right game plan? I mean, because the other factor that we're not talking about is the first your setter still has to get the ball where you want it to be. Feel like that had an opportunity for success? Is that the right thing to do against a team like this?
Yeah, and I think it worked well when we executed it well, but yeah, it needs to be a good enough pass to where you can run that. So it starts with serve receive, and they're a great serving team, so at times we struggled to get there, but it worked when we executed like we should.
Midway through the first set, Joel dives for a ball. Didn't think much of it when it happened and couldn't get the nosebleed to stop the way it looked. Yeah. You're inserted in. What are you dialed in? Are you ready at that point? I mean, are you engaged that, okay, I'm ready?
Yeah, I felt ready. It helped that I was already maybe going to go in to serve for him, so I was in the mindset of being ready, and that's the challenge of just always being ready to go in because unexpected things happen like that. So,
what are you studying?
I'm studying social work.
What do you want to? What happens after graduation when you're done in May?
Well, I'm planning on pursuing my master's, so I'll be doing that through Dordt most likely, and looking at coming back maybe in a graduate assistant role.
Okay. Hearing more and more social work majors that many of them go the master's route. What's the advantage for doing that specifically in that field?
Well, for one, with Dordt's program, I can accomplish it in a year, which is very nice. And it just opens up more job opportunities. Some jobs like counseling need more specialization, so the master's offers that and just a resume booster.
Sure. Potentially coming back and spending time here at Dordt. Once your time in Sioux Center is over, want to go back home to Arizona? What are you thinking?
Yeah, most likely somewhere on the west. I like the sunshine, so.
Sounds good. Well, tough one today, Michael, but we got more coming up.
Yeah.
A couple more next week. So thanks for coming up, and we'll see you down the road.
All right, thank you.
That is Michael Gross. Michael is a senior, and while he retreats and Coach Chad Hansen takes a seat, let's go ahead and run those Hague Health Center highlights before we get too far along. Hague Health Center is our highlight sponsor, and they proudly serve your local community. 60 years with a commitment to healing body, mind, and spirit. So while those run, other scores in the Heart of America Athletic Conference today. Grandview, something doesn't seem quite right with that. It says 1-0 in final, so I don't think that is quite correct. And Coach Chad Hansen, we've got him on a short leash, so let's see if we can get that rectified. Hate to have to spend the interview with your head down at the table. UHSP and Mount Mercy. Mount Mercy leads UHSP 2-0. Missouri Baptist up on Clark 2-1. William Penn up on Culver Stockton 2-1. Ottawa sweeps Morningside today 3-0. Coach Hansen, you made them mad last night. They took it out on Morningside today, and
well, they must have made Park mad last night.
Yeah, they were. We knew they would be very good. Obviously, best team you've played so far this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that answer came a little quicker than I'm comfortable with.
Well, so it's funny that. Not funny, it's frustrating, but also in a practical, realistic sense, the times that Park has lost a set in this conference schedule, I've watched a few of them. I haven't watched all of them. The ones that I have seen, the team they're playing against is playing really well. And it looks like the effort of Park on the whole is just not maximal. And it's sort of hard, but a little bit easy to tell it in film when a guy is approaching to attack the ball, and you can tell if he's doing a really big arm swing, powerful jump, or just a casual, medium kind of arm swing, medium jump, and placing the ball. And we saw Park get, I'll say, just a little bit maybe casual or sloppy in that second set where we got a bunch of termination blocks. If they're really intentional in each of their attacks, valuing it like any 1 point difference in the set is really going to be catastrophic to that set. They're not going to be taking those same sort of risky, carefree swings. Now, our block had to be there. I don't want to minimize what our block did. It had to be in position. It had to be timed. It had to be pressed. And I really believe after playing Park, they are the kind of team in our conference that is more likely to beat themselves than be beaten by another team in our conference so far.
You came in with a game plan. You didn't really get a full opportunity to implement it because partway through set one, and I didn't think anything of it when Joel dove after that ball.
Yeah, there was nothing actually that happened other than just a little drop of blood came out of his nose onto the court, so we had to clean that up with our medical staff. And then after we cleaned all that up, I called the timeout. We got our huddle on the bench, and he was fine. And it was some point during the timeout. I didn't see it exactly, but it turned into a really bad bloody nose, and that was unfortunate timing. I'm glad he kept his jersey clean, didn't get messy there. Our medical staff really took care of him. We had some other guys rallying around and holding ice bags against his nose to try to just slow down the bloody nose, and praise the Lord, he was able to recover enough to be able to be put back in the match, but it was pretty late at that point.
And it was late, and I had to go back during set three. I thought, okay, when did this happen? And I remembered Michael coming in, but I thought, at the time, well, we're just going to try something different for a point or two, and he never came back in. And then I went back and watched the video, and it's like I had expected I had missed something.
Right. And I heard from a couple fans as I was coming up here to talk to you saying, I didn't see what happened. It was like, none of us did. Joel didn't even see what happened. It just was one of those kind of fluke timing things, and unfortunate. But also, I told the guys, I said, last night, in an odd way. So Joel has been a high performer, high producer for us offensively and a go-to guy. Last night, he had the lowest attack numbers out of all 6 of our attackers. And so I reminded the guys of that in our third set entry to the set. I said, the guy that we rely on regularly, we didn't need to rely on last night, and so we need each guy here in uniform in this game against Park. We need each guy to just step up and perform. But yeah, we had some other strategies.
And the what by the time you're able to bring Joel back and you're coaching, and I'm up here and I'm saying, man, I'm as competitive as they come, and if you're able to go, I'm going to put you back in.
Yep.
And it was a 10-point set, and it's like, the horse might be out of the barn at this point.
Yep.
Thought process for bringing him back, just he's able to go, he's our player, we're putting him back in.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm not asking this in doubt at all.
No, I love the question.
I'm curious the thought process of a coach in that situation.
Yep. I actually, I'll off the air, I'll tell you the specifics because I don't want to tip my hand to the listening audience and opposing coaches, really. Defender Nation, you can tune in, but opposing coaches, no. There's an intentionality for me of how we need to learn to compete and how we need to strategize against a lot of different teams. Joel missed a good chunk of that through the course of this match. And for him to be able to see those servers again, for him to be able to see those blockers again, for him to be able to get synchronized with our setters and play the defensive components, that's really one of the reasons I brought him back in. Michael did a tremendous job stepping into that role, and I felt where we didn't rely on Michael offensively in the serve receive, the defense, the scrambles, he really held his own and kept us competitive in that same rotational position that Joel was out of. But it was really just to get Joel the Park University match reps because you only get one shot at these guys. And if Joel missed 2/3 of it, and then to keep him out, yes, if we had to, we would have. But since he was capable, I was glad to get him back in for a few
One
minutes.
other player I want to bring up before we wrap things up, Kai Chapman. It feels like we're beginning to see some of the promise maybe elevating a little bit with him in his sophomore season.
Yeah, I would agree. This weekend has been really a step forward for him. And maybe I'll say volleyball, he's been a step off, a foot higher off the court in his vertical play. And that's a really big deal. We need that. In our 6-2, Kai for 3 rotations. The other right side, Nicodemus, for 3 rotations. These guys get shorter bursts, smaller bursts to come in and try to make an impact on the court. And versus Kai, when in our last year, his freshman year, when we would run a 5-1 offense and he'd be that 6 rotation right side hitter, he could have 6 rotations in which to make a few rotations of impact. And now I think he's maximizing or taking bigger advantage of those 3 rotations. And our setters are looking for him. Joseph's listening for where he is and looking for offensive options to put him in successful scoring zones.
Back at home on Tuesday with Morningside, and then one match this coming weekend. Do I have that correct?
Yep. Yeah.
And on Friday night, where are you going?
We're at William Penn on Friday, March 13.
Big week for your team.
It is. Yeah. Every week that you can get 1 win is an inch forward in the conference, and any week you can get 2 wins. For us, this past week was not in the conference. We got the 1 win in conference last night, but it's a really, really big step forward in this conference stretch as we get to the midpoint.
Morningside Tuesday, William Penn Friday, and then Graceland, Missouri Valley, Culver Stockton. Mixed bag of levels of opponents, it appears, and I always say take care of the ones that you should win, and maybe you can get 50, 70% of the ones that are toss-ups and see what happens after that.
In March, we get to be at home for a good chunk of the matches. That's a fun finish. Especially, I don't know if on air you talk about the Rosenboom Family Athletic Center and DeWitt Gymnasium, and in the weeks ahead there's going to be a lot of construction taking place around here, and that'll change things in a hurry.
3 weeks from Monday, things are going to look a lot different very quickly. So yeah, by the time we get to that last weekend, it's going to feel a little bit different, shall we?
Very true.
Well, I'll let you go. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks, Mike.
That is Coach Chad Hansen, and I believe we've got the player of the match to tell you about yet. Today's player of the match brought to you by Ross Hookstra. State Farm, serving Sioux County and the tri-state area. Call Ross, 712-722-0806 for your insurance needs, or stop by the Sioux Center office. A little bit of a challenge today to formulate an opinion on a player of the match. I really liked what Corey Caparis did, 4 block assists. Also looked at Cade Schmidt, 6 kills. We gave it to him last night, though, and I like to spread the wealth. Colt Schmidt, as far as his play goes, not one of his higher producing matches, so I ended up going with Kai Chapman today. Kai, 4 kills, 1 error, 13 total attacks, also in on a couple block assists, produced 5 points. Second on the team in terms of points to Cade Schmidt's 7. So that goes today to Kai Chapman. So that is going to do it for our broadcast. This has been a production done in partnership with the Dordt Media Network and the Dordt Athletic Communication Office. Dordt Media Network is under the direction of Rich Lodewijk. Staff is primarily student employees. Dordt Media Network operators today, Rich Lodewijk directing, Amber Liu, Hannah Jeremy, Sherry Wang, and Elijah Nienhuis were operating here on spring break. So we thank them for hanging around Sioux Center and helping us out over spring break. The Dordt Athletic Communications staff is Matt Boss and Isabel Pfeiffer, and several student employees. Special thanks to the Dordt University Advancement staff for its work in securing support for this broadcast and others like it. We'll be back on the air Tuesday. Dordt versus Morningside, Heart of America Athletic Conference volleyball action. Our final scores once again today: Park 3, Dordt 0. Of America Athletic Conference men's volleyball action. That is going to do it. Have a good afternoon, everyone.